Welcome to Beyond the Bounce, presented by ZTE. I am your host, Byron Bogar, and joining me today, special guest, owner of the Texas Legends, and reigning Father of the Year, Donnie Nelson. Welcome to the show, boss
Byron,
man.
Great to be here.
Well, first and foremost, let's start you off with year 7, going into the Texas Legends. Is this where did you envision this being the point of where the franchise would be in year 7?
Man, actually, yeah, when we first bought it, we didn't really know what to expect. The D-League today is a lot different than it was back then, and it has surpassed all of our expectations, not just from sending players up, but to have an opportunity to help executives, both on and off the court, management and coaches, as well as players, using the Legends as a springboard to make their dreams come true has been just a real honor for me.
Now, those familiar with the Legends know we have a unique charity element to the Legends where every home game, 24 home games, we wear a special charity jersey. Is that what you envisioned when the type of organization you wanted to own and be part of?
Yeah, Byron, when we first launched into this, it was one of those deals where we wanted to be philanthropic, a community stage of sorts, and it just when you get some college kids in a room with a grease board, anything can happen, and generally does. And just had a lot of really creative ideas, of which we put a lot into play and into place, and it's taken us to really special places. I was expecting when I first bought it to good old-fashioned, roll the sleeves up, lose money 2 or 3 years, then break even, and then really start to turn the corner. But thanks to good old-fashioned, all-American creativity and elbow grease, we've never seen a red day. It's been one of the most incredible ventures, rewarding both financially, but more importantly, all the things that we do for the community.
Would you say that's the best part of owning a sports team is being able to give back to the community?
For me, it was the reason I bought the franchise, honestly, was, Mark's taken good care of me in terms of, my family and being able to send my kids to college and, not have to worry about the financial component of it. And so this was really more of a give back. We wanted to be the quote unquote kind of church of basketball. And really put, the special folks that, are the real heroes, folks that are defending our freedoms every day, teachers of the year, kids in children's hospitals and such. And, if you come to one of our games, obviously we put the most important people front and center. So this has really been an incredible, rewarding opportunity for me to give back to the community.
What kind of challenges do you have to deal with from day in day of owning a basketball team?
I think it's all about picking the right people and giving them freedom to express themselves. To me, when I was growing up, my mom and dad always told me the American dream is not necessarily, getting tons of money, because there's lots of miserable millionaires and billionaires out there. Money solves problems. Exactly right. And so it's doing what you love to do every day, and getting paid for it. And that's what we try to do here. We try to provide our players and our coworkers and fans an experience that it doesn't feel like work. It feels like they're doing something that has real meaning in the community, and they're able to make their dreams come true. And in a lot of cases that we've sent some of those young people on to Cowboys, Rangers, Stars, Mavericks, and so we've really proven to be kind of a springboard of opportunity for young folks that want to get involved in the industry.
Now, you own a number of successful businesses. What advice would you have for a growing, budding entrepreneur out there?
Don't give up the dream. I mean, continue to the things that keep you up at night, whether you're, do them full time now or kind of, keep those ideas hot and part time. Just continue to, foster those and don't forget about those, because a lot of times those little ideas end up hatching, a month or a year down the line. Like I said, the American dream for me is doing what you love to do every single day, and paying the bills and making money with it. So, I guess I'm proof that a C student can make it and achieve that goal and dream. So. Don't give up those dreams. Make sure you hire great people that are smarter than you are, people that are more talented than you are, and then give them the freedom to express themselves.
Now, you mentioned Mark Cuban. Will your next great business venture be on Shark Tank?
Oh man, I certainly hope I don't need to go on Shark Tank to get to Mark, but. No, I mean, Shark Tank is just an incredible forum by which, again, right there, center stage, folks can come and in front of the sharks and Mark, present. But no, I'm hoping that my relationship is good enough that I don't have to fly to Los Angeles and pitch on Shark Tank.
Now, to flip that question up, have you ever been invited to be in part of one of the chairs as one of the sharks?
Oh no, I don't think I don't think I'm good looking enough or smart enough to do that.
Awesome. Well, let's switch hats. Let's take your owner hat off. Now to your day job, which is president of basketball operations and general manager for the Dallas Mavericks. You guys are in training camp right now. Can you tell the fans what they can expect from the Mavericks this season?
Man, we are really excited. We have a team that we haven't quite had this structure before. We've got, picked up a couple really nice players, and Andrew Bogut is going to give us a real punch at center that we haven't had. He's got toughness. He's a shot blocker, rebounder. Can we think give us a true traditional post presence, so we can throw the ball in and let him create some double teams and such, which will really take the pressure off of Dirk. So that's going to be a really welcome addition, and again, one that we haven't had a real chance to have that kind of a presence down low. Obviously, we've got a lot of familiar faces. Dirk, continues to peel back Father Time, and he's in great shape and had a terrific training camp. Although he'll see his some minutes here in the near future in preparation for opening day. Harrison Barnes is another new face that you'll see. Really excited that we can add that kind of a punch at the 25-year-old young potential building block that's like Andrew Bogut, got championship pedigree. They both won a championship together up at Golden State. So really excited, and he can slide a little bit three. He can slide over and play a little power forward. He's tall enough and long enough. Can defend multi positions, and really, besides Dirk, there isn't a harder worker inside our locker room than he is. Obviously our local Darren Williams, that's our local hometown hero, is going to kick it off at the point guard position as well. So we're really excited about that, and that gives us again a nice tall point guard that can slide between point guard and slide over to the two and whatnot. Wesley Matthews at the two guard position, as tough and competitor and customer as you would ask for. Really expecting a nice springboard year. He had he's going through his injury gestation period last year, but he's ready and loaded for Buck and looking really, really good. And then off the bench, you got JJ Barea, coming in and providing that punch that he does, and he can slide into the point guard or scoring guard. Devin Harris, that also is going to give us that really nice punch. A couple Texas legends, come in at the three spot. You got Justin Anderson, that played significant time with the Legends last year and really started coming into his own. Powell has just been, Dwight Powell's just been stellar in terms of his work ethic and his ability to, defend the four and the five. So he'll come in and provide some backup minutes there as well. So really excited about, the young core that we're kind of building next to Dirk. And again, it's going to be really interesting because Cuts are kind of coming up, and they're right around the corner. So we're going to have some really hard decisions to make this year.
Now, you mentioned Legends alum Justin Anderson and Dwight Powell. How does the D-League, in your opinion, benefit those type of players? They may not get 30, 35 minutes a game on the NBA level. You come down here, you get some action, and you get to go practice with your NBA team that next day. How does that really benefit those guys?
It's really invaluable because, without the Texas Legends, it would really be just practice time. Mm-hmm. And it's nice to practice, against the world's best, but let's face it, when you're on 3 games and 4 a night, there's not a lot of practice time. And most of the veterans really are resting themselves when the season comes because the games are so fast and furious. Mm-hmm. So this gives guys a chance to test themselves against the creme de la creme from around the league. Mm-hmm. And it really provides them a couple things. Number one is it's a smoothless transition. We have great coaching. A lot of the Maverick coaches actually come with players, so we have a chance to continue to develop that. And then you also are having a chance to get the ball in the guy's hands with 3 seconds left in the game and put them in those crunch time situations, which is really, really vital to a player's development, because you have obviously the practice time that's critical, but you also have to have the real time in-game experience. And Salah Mejri, forgot to mention, who also is we're expecting a nice little jump from him. He's another guy that spent significant time with us with the Texas Legends last year. So really excited about this year's team.
Excited to have them get the Mavericks on the floor. Now, the Legends can take up to 4 players that will unfortunately not make the Mavericks final roster. What experiences do you think that benefits those players when they come to a Legends training camp fresh from the NBA training camp?
Well, it's a kind of seamless transition, and this is by NBA design, mm-hmm. is that when a player, comes in, is not able to make the varsity, there's a period of, pretty quick period where they transition, right into the Texas Legends in the Mavericks case, or the D-League for that matter, the training camp. So there's a little bit of time where they can get their feet underneath them, but we start pretty quickly after, the final cuts are made in late October.
Okay. Now, you've been in the NBA over 30 years. Is it 34 years?
Coming on 33 or 4, I forgot.
Well, that's
after 30, who's counting, right?
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
What are some of your favorite memories? And we know your number one accomplishment is probably winning championship in 2011. What are some other favorite memories in that span?
After,
because you only look about 25.
Thank you. Yes, I paid you. Let me put that tip jar in there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for that. It's really, at the end of the day, it's relationships that you have with people, and it's players, it's coaches, it's fans, it's corporate partners. You just develop relationships that last a lifetime. It seems like no matter, from Phoenix or Milwaukee or Golden State, or here in Dallas, which I've been, this is my 19th year. Those are the things that really are the earth shakers, difference makers. They know I'm there for them when they're going through hard times. They know if I'm going through a tough time, and I feel very comfortable picking up the phone and calling. And those are just the relationships that life's all about. And whether you're slugging it out in corporate America, or whether you're slugging it out in a locker room trying to win a game, on the NBA or D-League level, those guys that are there when the times are tough, you just don't forget those hands that reach down and help you during those periods.
Okay, 30 plus years. We're not trying to push you to retirement, but your dad, Donnie Nelson, he's retired to an undisclosed location. I won't give that out to the viewers. What's a perfect retirement destination for you?
Oh, man. Well, Nellie's in the Pacific somewhere, one of those islands out there. I think it's just going to be here for me. I just my family has just fell in love with Texas, and I'm not one of those exotic, Caribbean locations or the French Riviera guy. I got a little lake house that's not far away, and to wet a line out there and to hang out with my family and watch water and whatnot, I'm good. So I think this is going to be Donnie's last stop.
Awesome. And now, before we go, what advice you gave advice to the budding entrepreneurs in the world? What advice do you have for your other hat here for those future GMs of America? What advice do you have for them?
You know, it's the same thing as you have to start someplace. I mean, I think, I started out as a European scout. Keith Grant literally started out as a ball boy. He's my assistant GM. Michael Finley started out as an NBA player. And so whether you're fortunate enough to play in the NBA, whether you have to go through the international route, that's where I started, or whether you're starting, as a ball boy, which is, is kind of really, the entry level. It really doesn't matter. Just get to a place and start and roll your sleeves up and do what you love to do. And the D-League is a great opportunity for that because, again, you're seen, you're covered. I mean, if you look at our team president, Malcolm Farmer, who started out donating his time here with the Texas Legends for 6 to 9 months, and then after 5 promotions, he's running the whole show, So it can happen, and it does happen, and, I'm evidence, Malcolm's evidence, and we send a lot of people to the next level. So come on and join us and cut your teeth, and let's have some fun and win some ball games.
Awesome. What would you like to tell the Legends fans before we go, what they can expect this season out of the Texas Legends?
I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, it's roughly a month away, and I'm counting down the days to opening day, and just really excited, and it's not far away. So we will see you shortly.
Well, Donnie, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here on Beyond the Bounce, presented by ZTE. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time, we'll see you later.